example from an education point of view, all right? Like Derek said, you think about this poor teacher who's got multitude of kids, okay? Now, this affects 20% of children, okay? So think of a classroom, say 30 kids. That's 6 kids that are not breathing properly, are not sleeping properly, are turning up tired, are having trouble with their concentration, having trouble with their focus. They're not making progress with their learning like the other kids are. They're disruptive. Some of them are deaf. Okay? No wonder that teacher wants a salvation. Okay? And if that salvation is to medicate that kid and just make them mellow, okay, and that feels like it's a relief, there's your answer. Okay? So this is why we need to understand all these moving pieces when it comes to these kids. Okay? If you're not getting the breathing problem, then you get a sleep problem, and then you've got 2 problems. And those 2 problems are bad for your brain. Okay? So that's why these kids have these learning problems and so forth. The other thing which I think is really important reflecting on too is the measuring the oxygen thing, because we focus on adults because that's just our conditioning. So in adults in medicine, if it drops below 90%, that's a concern. Okay? For kids, remember that brain developing, it's growing, like it's between birth to age 5. That's a massive amount of growth. And I told you before, that brain's really greedy, okay? It takes 20% of your whole body's blood flow for something that is 2% body weight organ, okay? But how much of an oxygen dip does it take? And the kids, it's anything below 97%, okay? So for kids, because of their brain, because of their growth, because of their development, when they go below 97%, that's when the brain's in trouble. That's why the numbers need to be adjusted. So I just cannot emphasize enough the importance of that 6-month timeline. That's your wiggle room, and it's not 6 months from when you found them, it's 6 months from when it started. And most of the time you've lost most, if not all of that 6 months when they turn up. And that's why everything needs to start straight away. Okay?